Hey guys, Fox here. I got quite a few pickups from I mostly got from like game stores and stuff like that. Not many thrift store finds or garage sale finds this for this month of pickups, but I did pick up a lot of cool stuff from different variant, just a lot of different game stores that I have here locally in Colorado. So, um, first up is a Super Famicom game I got for pretty cheap, and it's in excellent condition, and that's Final Fantasy VI. I love Super Famicom games. I love their boxes. They're nice and cheap. I mean, yeah, this is something I can't really play, guys, as I can't read Japanese. I have Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo, so that's just fine. But just having this for the artwork and everything is gorgeous. Let me zoom in here so you can take a closer look at this. Beautiful artwork on the cover of this. This is something I wish was on the... I mean, I don't mind the Super Nintendo version's cover. I mean, I think it looks pretty neat. But this still blows it out of the water. It's gorgeous. I thought this was a great pickup. I only paid about 20 bucks for this, and it's in great condition, and it has everything in it. Let me pop it open real quick so you guys can see. This should be fun one-handed. So, here we go. Here's the inside, a little plastic tray. So we have the instruction booklet, which is all in color. Cool. It's in great condition. Doesn't have any creases or anything on it. They have some kind of Squaresoft ad sheet on it on here. Let me try to whip this out here. And it looks like on the back it has an ad for a Final Fantasy anime. And this side has like some type of manga comic looking thing going on here. I don't know what's going on. And then we have the game cart still in the plastic. I am not sure if this was ever played, because looking at the connections in there, everything looks mint. Perfect condition. So, there's that. Next up is something I picked up for 30 bucks. It's something I kind of needed as I want to play more Sega Saturn import games. And this is also the memory upgrade as well. So it's the Action Replay 4 Meg Plus. So this upgrades the memory, and it's the Action Replay so I can play the import games. I know there's one more that's better than this one, but I actually found this one out in the wild, so to say. There's one that also comes with the memory or the storage space increase as well, which I kind of want. I mean, for those of you who've played like Dragon Force, you know that that thing sucks up all the internal storage space on the Saturn. So, but this is good to have. I'm glad to have the memory upgrade and the ability to play the import games now. Next up, something that I really surprised that I found at a store, and it's in the box, which is amazing. And this is something I've been looking to getting for quite a while. Well, not particularly this, but I've been wanting the Sega Master System. I've been picking up a few games here or there, and I'm looking forward to pick up the Master System on a good deal, preferably in the box if I could. But my local store owner, he brought this out for me, and I want it. And this is the boxed Sega Genesis Power Base Converter. This thing is pretty much right here. That's a Sega Master System in this little guy. So it's got all the components and stuff for the Master System in this top unit that plugs into the top of the Genesis, and pretty much just uses the Genesis for its controller ports and for its power. It's got a port for the Hue cards as well. So awesome. This thing is boxed. It has the styrofoam and everything in it, as you can see. It's got the instruction books at the bottom. So I'm excited to plug this in to show you guys what's going on. Alright guys, next up is a game that I picked up for the Master System. Probably arguably the best or the most sought after game for the Master System. Maybe not money-wise, but it still demands a pretty decent price, and that is Phantasy Star. I'm so happy to get this. This means that I'm going to probably start playing through as many of the Phantasy Star games as I can, at least 1 through 4. I only have 1 and 2, so I'll look into picking up 3 and 4, but I'm just excited to get this. This was the biggest reason why I wanted a Sega Master System. But now that I have the power base converter for the Genesis, I'm going to be able to play it just fine now. So, anyways, guys, we have it in, so let's take a look. Let's go ahead and see if it has a save file on it. Sure does. It's amazing how long this battery's lasted. I think it's a battery. But there we go, guys. Anyways, guys, just in case you wanted to see and notice, but here is the power base converter on my Model 1. It was made for the Model 1. It fits perfectly on here. It looks great. Up next, guys, is a couple games that I got for the Sega Genesis, and this is probably one of my favorite beat 'em up series of all time, just due to the nostalgia. And this is what me and my buddies played growing up, and that is the Streets of Rage. This is the first game. I had a lot of fun playing this game growing up as a kid. We would go over to my buddy's house, and his mom would give us $5, and then we'd ride our bikes to the local grocery store, back in the day when grocery stores used to rent videos and video games, and we would pick up either Streets of Rage 1 or 2 and just play it all night long together. Sometimes these clamshell cases stick. But this one's got a good manual in it, in pretty damn good condition. So yeah, let's take a look. Alright guys, up next, to continue in the Streets of Rage series, I have 2. Just so you guys know, I don't have 3. I didn't pick that one up either because they did not have it. I got a pretty good deal on both of them, so I think I paid $25 for both, which is a pretty awesome deal, I think. So one thing to note on the Streets of Rage 2, it says not for resale, as it does say on the cart as well, so I'm assuming that at one point Sega packaged this in with their Genesis. The store owner said that I think they did it for one of their Christmas deals at one point. So Streets of Rage 2, and this is my favorite in the series. I've played all 3, but I loved 2 the most. So let's take a look. Alright guys, up next I picked up a couple titles for the NES. One that I've been looking for quite a while, which I'll probably get to playing here around the Halloween season, and that's Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. I'd never gotten to play this game, not as a kid or as a grown-up, so I'm happy to pick this one up. I got a pretty good deal on it, considering the labels are a little messed up, as you can see up in that corner and on the back label. But it works fine, so let's take a look. Alright guys, the next Nintendo game I picked up I found at a antique store, and I only paid about $10 for it, which I think is a pretty good deal on this game, and that's Bubble Bobble by Taito. It's got a little marking on the label of all places, of course, a little L, but other than that, the label is in fantastic condition, as is the back caution label. So let's take a look at it. Alright guys, up next is a game for the Nintendo GameCube. This is a title that I've been looking for the past couple of months. It falls under my new love for Fire Emblem, and that is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I was able to win this on eBay for a pretty fair price of $39. I thought that was a pretty good deal. I mean, he typically sells for upwards towards $50, so I was happy with that. It's complete. Case is a little dirty. The disc had some surface scratches, but still plays fine and could easily buff out the top layer. But it has the instruction manual. It has all the Nintendo ads and stuff in the back too. So there we go. Let's take a look. Alright guys, up next is a game I picked up for a PS2, and I really wanted to get this again. I used to own it back when it first came out, and then, you know, as you're young, you're short on money, so if you wanted to play new games, you traded them in. But I was able to pick this up, and it doesn't demand a high price at all, so I only paid $15 for it, and that's Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, otherwise known as Shin Megami Tensei 3. As you all know, Shin Megami Tensei 4 has come out on the 3DS, and it is a phenomenal title. It's a lot of fun, very difficult. I like to think that Nocturne was maybe slightly more difficult than 4, but not a whole lot. But I really enjoy the difficultness of the Shin Megami Tensei games. I mean, they're a lot tougher than the Persona and stuff like that, but they're a lot of fun, very dark, and the stories are pretty damn good. So let's take a look. guys, up next are a couple of pickups I got for the 3DS, and as I mentioned in the last pickup with Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, here is Shin Megami Tensei 4, the first print edition, which costed a few bucks more, $50, but it's well worth it. Comes in this nice packaging, and it comes with a few goodies, particularly this right here. This is the strategy and design book. So basically it has a few pieces of art in it in the front. There we go. Some concept art and telling you about some things and some characters and whatnot. But in most of the book is a strategy guide. This, I believe, is the only strategy guide you can get for the game. So that is an awesome plus. Also, besides the game, you also got the music collection or soundtrack, whatever you want to call it. It comes with quite a few tracks, and I have to say the music in this game is phenomenal, very enjoyable. So yeah, guys, let's take a look at it. Alright guys, next is the other title for the Nintendo 3DS, and it's another Atlas title. A lot of Atlas love over the past month by buying their games. And that is Etrian Odyssey 4, Legends of the Titan. I have not played it yet, guys, so I can't tell you much about it, but I have heard that this is probably one of the best in the series. So yeah, this is the first print run. Again, it comes in a little cardboard box with the game, and here's the game, and a little mini art book soundtrack. So it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of nice art in it. It's beautiful. I mean, I like just these little added things. It's gorgeous. And there's the soundtrack. So let's take a look. Alright guys, and now I have one title for the PS3, something I picked up from NIS America's store. I would have gotten the collector's edition, but it sold out pretty quick, as their collector's editions do. But that's Time and Eternity. Hasn't gotten any really good views at all, but these little niche RPGs that NIS brings over are usually pretty rare, and it's just stuff I like to play. I mean, I'll give it a shot. I don't have any high hopes at all for it. It looks pretty goofy, but I think might enjoy it. We'll see. I'll at least give it a shot. It also came with the little soundtrack. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice little added feature. It's got a couple pieces of artwork there. Comes with 9 tracks, so yeah. Time and Eternity. Let's take a look at the intro, guys. Look at that dusty TV. I need to dust. Loading bar. Fantastic. This might take a while. It's not moving. It's one of these games, huh? Oh, install data. Alright guys, we'll look at it here in just a second. Well, this is fun. Been doing this for a while. So, you know, just want to say that I hope Sony fixes this process in the PS4, because this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's installing the entire game on the hard drive. I'm not sure if I have enough room on my PS3. So I was going to show you guys this game, but I don't really have the patience to wait for all this. So Time and Eternity, check it out, guys. Installing tons of crap. Alright guys, this is the last pickup that I got. Something I found at a thrift store for $2.50, and whenever I see these I usually pick them up, and that's PC big box games. And I found a LucasArts one, and it's Rebel Assault. And what's funny is this is the one new for Macintosh CD-ROM, so this is the Mac version. But I didn't care. I thought it was cool just to find a LucasArts big box, even if it is just the more common Star Wars titles. I'd like to find some of their adventure games, but those are really tough. Usually you only find those in the CD-ROM. But inside it's got everything. It's got the game disc, the instruction booklet, black and white, and then it's got a pretty much a, I don't know what this is, like an ad book for all their games, which is really cool. I like seeing this in here. It just talks about different games. You got Full Throttle there, Dark Forces. It's like a little mini magazine that LucasArts did. You got stuff on TIE Fighter. Here's where they're talking about Super Nintendo titles. A little Sam and Max comic. The company store. Man, some cool stuff. I wish I would have known about that when I was a kid. You had to order over the phone. Get some magazine orders. That's some cool stuff. Honestly, this is probably the coolest thing in this box, is just seeing this little ad magazine in here. There's one of my favorites, Sam and Max Hit the Road, and Day of the Tentacle down there. You can get a hat, get some pins, collector's plates, lightsabers, t-shirts. Look at these mini figurines, and some of the Star Wars ships. All kinds of goodies from LucasArts. It's really cool. Micro Machines. Just a bunch of crap you can order. Some posters. Wow. It's really fun. Lots of Star Wars stuff. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That's a great one. You got some other Super Nintendo games. Ghoul Patrol, Indiana Jones, Super Star Wars. That's some neat stuff, guys. Indiana Jones stuff. There's the Fate of Atlantis up there. Is one of the best games. THX stuff. There's an order form. Pretty cool. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this pickups video. It's probably a little long, but it was a month worth of crap that I spent my money on. So anyways guys, thanks for watching.